3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, hello. It's been a long time. I feel like it's been more than a week. But I'm back. Monroe Mann here, YouTube, TikTok #1 live streamer. And we're going to get started with some more fitness and philosophy. Happy Sunday to you. God bless all of you. I saw Joel Osteen was going live right today with his service. Some might watch that later. And yeah, so anyway, it's Sunday. And again, what is this? Enable? No, don't enable. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. But, you know, ever since my mother passed a few months ago, I think I've become even more of a believer in God and heaven, because it's just it's a terrible thought to think somebody that you love so much is just gone, disappeared. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And I just frankly don't believe it. I believe that Mom is still here, watching over me. But I will say this, I still don't understand why there's not some sign from God or from my mom, you know, saying, hey, I'm good, everything's okay, don't worry about me, you'll see me soon. We don't get that. We don't get that from God in heaven. We're kind of just, we lose somebody and then we just kind of have to go on. And I say a prayer for Nancy Guthrie and her family, Savannah, and all that, because as terrible as it is that I've lost my mom, at least I know what happened. And poor Savannah Guthrie doesn't even know what happened to her mom. And that's concerning. That's really, it's scary and it's unsettling and all that. So that's, I'm just going to say a prayer for everybody's mothers right now. For Nancy Guthrie, for my mom, Carolyn Mann, and for all of your mothers too, wherever they may be, living or not. Moms are awesome, and my mom is awesome. I'm going to say is in the present tense because I still, like I said, I think she is up in heaven right now and looking down on me. So for those, we're going to get started with the fitness part in a second. Well, I guess I have. I'm doing my shoulders and my wrists. I'm cleaning the counter. We're doing a little of both at the moment. All right. So welcome. Hi, TikTok. Hi, YouTube. Good to have you guys here. Let me get started with some stretching. And put this over here. And get started with a simple, just go down and touch your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Remember, when you come up, bend your knees first. I'm going to get down and we're going to touch those toes if it's the last thing that we do. We are touching the toes if it's the last thing we do. Let's go again. We'll go down a little farther. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come up. Wow. Sunday morning stretches. All right, guys, I'm so happy to be back doing the YouTube and TikTok live because I think it's been more than a week. And I was trying to find time throughout the whole week, and I was going to try to do it yesterday, Saturday, and I didn't get to do it. And I got up this morning and said, I'm taking the dog for a walk, and I'm getting onto YouTube and TikTok live. All right, let's go down. I think this third one I'll be able to touch the toes. Oh, almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12, 15. Wow. I'll look at comments in a moment. We'll do the quads right there for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The other side. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Let's see what we got here. Who's here? What's up, Tierra Viva? How are you? And let's see, someone's calling me Mr. Clean. And all right, what's up, John? How are you? Evan, good to see you guys. Garrett Burns, what's up? What's up, guys? All right, I'm gonna go back and do another toe touch. Here we go. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, okay. Tell you that feels good. That feels good. I'll do another one. This is a really good one for your back. Just take your knees and put them to the side, and then reach out to the other side. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, that is a good one. And then switch to the other side. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh. Go to the other side once again. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to hold this one for 30. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Ooh. All right. Ooh. Okay. Let's check in with the guys, what you guys are up to over here. I'll tell you this, it's so amazing. It was kind of chilly in here, and then you just start doing a few push-ups and sit-ups or stretches or whatever, and all of a sudden you just get very warm. Mateo says, I do this with my patients, usually construction workers. Mateo, I imagine you're a chiropractor or a masseuse or a stretchologist. What do you do with your patients? And are you talking about the stretch with the back? Because so guys, I have scoliosis, which is curvature of the spine. So I've always had some back pain. And as I get older, I have like arthritis, I guess, in my back or something, or just get stiff. It's just, gosh, getting older, not easy. And, the older you get, the more your back starts to get all stiff up in the morning. How are you doing, Debe teacher? Delilah Violet, thank you for liking. John Handel, Carita USA on YouTube. What's up, AJ? How you doing, YouTube live streamer? Good job, Debe. Yeah, long time no see. I was just saying that, AJ. I think it's been like a week and a half since I got on here. It's just time has flown by. It's just been really busy and not good, but better late than never. And here we are. And let me see here. Mateo is a physical therapist on TikTok here at Cedar Sinai in Los Angeles. Very cool. Thank you, Garrett, for the likes. Mateo, thank you for your good work. Hey, if you have any suggestions for anything I should do for my lower mid back, let me know. because it's terrible every morning. Every morning that I wake up, and I try to use those little myofascial balls, and I lie on them and roll back and forth and around, and it helps, but it's not a total fix, and I'm still having I still have great back problems. All right, so we're gonna get started. We'll get started with some push-ups here, guys. Let's do that. And I can't wait to do them because I haven't done push-ups in a while. It's been like a week and a half. So here we go, guys. And you guys can get down on the floor with me or do any type of exercise that you like. Maybe you want to do something a little different, but that's fine. But I just urge you to do something with me. Don't just watch. Here we go. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19, and 1, and 2, and 4, and 5, 30. Yeah, Mateo, I don't know if you're still watching, but yeah, it's like I got scoliosis, and the bigger side of my back over here on the right side, that's bigger. But the most of my pain in the last year has been on this left side right here, and I don't know. I can't knock it. It's very problematic. So we just did 30. We're gonna get up to 50. Here we go again. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 34, 7, 40, 41, 45, 7, 50. All right. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. What's up, Jay? Jeremiah says, not how you do push-ups, bro. That is how you do push-ups, bro. Anyone who calls people bro, I lose complete respect for them. So whatever you say, Jeremiah, doesn't register. Thank you, Tuna Drama. I'm proud that I can count too. It's very impressive. All right. Thanks, Jay, for your comments. Let me look on YouTube. But AJ, you don't live in India. You live in the U.S. Oh, the let them theory? The first half of the book I don't like at all. He's talking about this book here that I'm reading. Let them. The first half I don't really like. I got to a part talking about friendship, which is proving to be a little bit more interesting. So maybe the book will get better in the second half. I'll have to let you know when I'm done. Jeremiah says, sorry, I'm not trying to be rude, but your push-up should be at a 45-degree angle. I don't know what you mean by the push-up should be at a 45-degree angle. You have to be more specific. And thank you, Jay. Yeah, it's right, fine. It's fine. Let me be. Do you guys ever watch Seinfeld? There's a character, George, and there's a, by the way, this is a stretch too for your wrist area right here. And he says, why won't people just let me live? Why can't I live? It's far more funny when you watch the actual episode. But search on YouTube for George Costanza, just let me live. It's really, really funny. And it'll cheer you up on this Sunday. I think when I'm done, I'm gonna go watch go watch that myself. More comments on YouTube. Aaron Waters is giving me a 0. Thanks, Aaron. Appreciate that. JC says, would you like help resolving the back issue? Yes, I would. If any of you guys have any tips, it's driving me crazy. Like you said, you know this this isn't the myofascial ball, but it's about like this size. And I roll on it on my back, like right around here. And like you can feel it going crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch, 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 crunch. It's like I know that it's super tight. I go to get a massage every once in a while, but they don't really get into it as firmly as I think they should. Okay, let's see. Someone just called me bra. Yeah, don't call me bra. Aaron says, I lost respect for you watching you do what you thought were push-ups. Well, I'm an Iraq war veteran. I was in the Army, also went to police academy, and, my push-up form is pretty good. So, don't need comments from you. Let me see. We got more. Let me look on TikTok, the comments. And thank you, Jeremiah, for the follow. Someone says Twitch. I used to stream on Twitch, but nobody watched. I had maybe one person watching. What's up, Dylan? Dragon King, Kyler. Jeremiah uses a foam roller and stretch. That's good. Jay says, my dad got the same thing. He just like worked out and just rested. Jeremiah says the getaway of doing is letting someone smaller step on your back for a while. Jeremiah, actually, in November, my mom was smaller than me, of course. Well, not of course. Those of you who know her know that she was smaller than me, and she would walk on my back. And it actually resulted in pinching a nerve. And I couldn't walk for like 4 days. It hurt so much. So I think you're right. The key is it not only have to be somebody smaller, but you have to make sure that they are putting pressure up here so they're not putting their full body weight on you, because that could cause a lot of problems. Hi, Abby. Good to see you. All right, let's look back on YouTube. Half rep range of motion works. What does that mean, Jace? Let me know. All right, Aaron. Aaron, you're nonsense. Right now, it's nonsense. Dude, I'm using these. Do you see that these are about 5 inches off the ground, which means it's impossible to touch your chest to the floor with them? Hello? All right, let's just ignore Aaron Walters. He doesn't know what the heck he's talking about. What's up, Runner Dad? What's up, Axe? Jace, lower lumbar strength and stretching will help for sure. I'm 52, had a motorbike crash, back, neck, and pelvis all fit now. Jace, I would love to hear more about that. Hey, Dancer. A little dancer doggies over here. Let me grab the, give me 2 seconds. I got to grab the mat for the sit-ups. One moment. Okay, we got the mat. Got the sit-ups mat. All right, we're going to do some sit-ups here. Now. Okay. Let me see. I think I want to do that stretch again that I did, because it was actually quite nice. A moment. So I'm going to do that stretch again before I do the sit-ups. So again, you put your, let me put it this way so you can see better. Whoop, sorry, I didn't mean to slam your guys' face into the ground. If you put to the side, push your knees to one side, and then you put this arm out. Dancer! The dog is, oh. Good doggy. Okay, Dancer wants to do some stretching too. Oh, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, Ooh. We'll do the other side. Dancer. Ah! Sorry you guys can't see me very well. Here, let me put Dancer over here. And then you can watch her. The cute dog. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay. All right, we're gonna do some sit-ups now, and I'll put her on here. Should I do some sit-ups with the dog? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She said no. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 4, 35, 36, oh man, 37, 38, oh, it's exhausting, even at 38, but we're getting there. 38, 38, 38, 38. Let's get back down. Oh, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Let's see what comments we get from the peanut gallery. You're not doing your sit-ups right. Dude, I've lost respect for you. Let's see. Jay says, thank you for your service. I believe you said you're in the Army. Yeah, I'm a veteran. I was in Iraq in 2005. And yeah, it was probably one of the best years of my life in Iraq. It also obviously caused a lot of problems. I've got knee problems, back problems, shoulder problems. I have my neck spasms here. If you watch me long enough, you'll eventually see my neck and chest right here spasming from the body armor. But I salute you. You're worth it. Thank you for acknowledging that. And who else is here? Jeremiah says, I think I could do more push-ups than you. I challenge you to do it, and I hope you can. Because my whole thing is just about inspiring all of you, not only with fitness, but with your life, which is really difficult. Anyone who says that life is not difficult is either dumb, lying, or on drugs. Because life is hard. And the Bible talks about that. Buddha talks about that. I mean, the essence of Buddhism is that life is a struggle. And the sooner that you accept that, the easier life is. But I will tell you that I think why I like to motivate people is because I've been at the bottom. Sometimes you guys have seen me at the bottom. I'm still trying to figure out life without my mom. I was watching Britain's Got Talent the other night, on Friday night, I think. And I saw this guy who's probably in his early 20s. He went up on stage and he did a great job. I think he was a singer. And his mom and dad were in the audience, and his mom and dad got to see him become this huge success. And that was always my dream, was to become this huge success, and for my mom to see me, and my dad, but mostly my mom, because she was such a huge supporter. It is a horrible feeling to think that, crap, she died before I made it. And so now, I have to, and as they say, it's like nobody supports you like your mom does. And I know I have a lot of fans here on YouTube, and a growing fan base on TikTok, and people who's like, oh, good job, Monroe, this or that. But it's like, man, but who cares about it when mom's not there to see it? But that's why, again, it's Sunday. I was talking about Jesus and God, and before it's and heaven. I kind of talk about my mom in the present tense still, because I still believe she is watching over me, and she's seeing me go, awesome, Monroe, you did some TikTok live, you did some YouTube live today. I'm glad you're doing that. Oh, thank you for taking the dog out. Blah, 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 blah. And so if any of you guys have lost your mom or dad or a loved one, I really believe that they're still looking down over you, supporting you, assuming they went to heaven. Hope they did. Hope I'm going to heaven. Let me see some more message here. And what's up, Sleepy Time? Hi. Jay says she's a cute and nice pooch. Nice to see you, Jace. What's up, DJ Cyborg? What's up, Cole Bennett? Sleepy Time. I don't know what that means. You're a fab. Maybe you're a fan. Thank you. What's up, Apezo? And Jason says, I joined your Discord. You're a good guy. I haven't been on that Discord in probably 2 years. I don't even know what's going on there. Thanks, Sleepy Time. Yeah, mom is still watching. Mom is still looking down and watching. Let me see here on TikTok. Jeremiah got the #1 viewer badge. And there we go. All right, so it's time to move over and do some good old pull-ups on the pull-up bar. Jace, we have to clap. I would love to. Just Google me and find my email address, send me a message, or leave a comment here on YouTube with a way to reach out to you or something. I have guests occasionally here on YouTube Live, so maybe we could do a YouTube Live together, and that would be great. I have a website that if anyone wants to become a guest, it's called YouTubeGuest.com. YouTubeGuest.com. It's just my own website with a form. So if any of you want to be a guest on YouTube, you can, come check it out. Vic Seeks Peace. This is my positive thought for the upcoming week. All right, my positive thought for the upcoming week. I'll give you a few of them, actually. I think it was John Lennon, but I'm not sure who it says. If you're going through hell, keep going. No, I think maybe that was Winston Churchill. John Lennon said, I don't know exactly what it was. It's like, but if the story has a bad ending right now, just hang on, because maybe the story hasn't ended yet. That's the terrible summary of what he said. But another way of thinking about it is there's always in every movie or novel, there's Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. In Act 1, person's very hopeful. And at the end of Act 1, things start to really work out. And then Act 2 is, wow, things are taken off, superstar, and the end of Act 2, boom, everything crashes down. The guy loses the girl loses the guy loses his money, the guy loses his mother or his father, the wife leaves, the husband leaves, all that. But that's not the end of the movie. That's the end of Act 2. And then Act 3, the person has a resurrection, rises up again like a phoenix from the ashes. And so my motivational thought for all of you, and for me too, is hold on. Hold on tight. Just keep moving forward. Don't give up. Keep praying to God. What's difficult for me is all of these people saying about my mom, and they're like, "Oh, you're just in a phase. You know, soon you'll start the next phase of your life." And I'm like, I don't like to look at it as, "Oh, I'm going to start now the next phase of my life without my mom." Hot diggity dog! Isn't that just great? It's like, no, my mom is. The rest of my life is not going to be without my mom. My mom is still with me. And I don't like when people say, "Oh, you're just going to have to learn to live without her." No, I'm going to, I wake up and I think about her, and while I'm walking the dog, I talk to my mom and, ask for advice and ask her what she thinks. And, as far as I'm concerned, she's still with me. I'm not starting a new phase of my life without my mom. I'm starting a new phase of my life with a different relationship with my mom. And yeah, so that's my motivation for the week is hold on, keep pushing forward. Life is tough. We are tougher. There's that song by Billy Ocean, "When the going gets tough, the tough get going." So I'm urging you guys to be those tough people where you get going and keep pushing things. Like, so, here's another bit of advice. You don't have to make huge changes. You don't have to make huge improvements to see a benefit. This apartment of mine, which was my mother's, it's filled now with all of her stuff and all of my stuff. So that's why there's so much. Like I have silverware for two people. Meaning like I've got two sets. I've got so many bowls, they fill up two different cabinets. And so much furniture. You guys know that there's that couch that's vertical here. Every weekend I try to clean up, tidy up, or get rid of something to make it a little bit less cluttered in here. And you know what? That's a small step to move forward. But that could be just enough to make you feel better. I did that last night, and I found 6 books that I don't need anymore, and I'm going to give them away. And now there's about 6 inches of extra room on the bookshelf. Awesome. So, and remember we were talking a few weeks ago about Baby Steps Millionaires, the book by Dave Ramsey. It's the same thing with life in general. If you take baby steps, you're more likely to stick with the regimen, and a year from now, you're going to see huge results. Whereas if you insist on doing something over the top and make a huge change immediately, it may be so overwhelming of a change that you can't stick with it, and you end up giving up after 2 weeks. It shouldn't be. You don't want people to go like, "Dude, you changed overnight. What happened?" The changes should be so subtle that people don't realize that you're changing day to day. But then a year later, they look at you and go, "What the heck? How did this happen?" Think about that. If every weekend I clean up five items from the apartment, at the end of the year, that's 52 times 5. That's 265 or so things that I've cleaned up. This place will look completely different. So let's see let's see what you got here. We got some more. Let me look at TikTok here. Some more questions. Jeremiah wants a push-up challenge. You know, it's funny. I think I used to beat anybody at a push-up challenge. I used to be able to do 90 push-ups in 1 minute. And that was in my military days back in the day. Now, if I can do 50 in one go, I'm pretty impressed. But even now, like I did 30 and then I did 20. And how you doing? Moderator Bender says, good morning, gorgeous. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much. Happy Sunday to you too. God bless you. Maximus wants me to eat some donuts. Eat some donuts. What else we got? Authors says, I've been slowly increasing my daily spending at the casino. Constancy is key. Hey, authors, I don't mind if you're increasing your daily spending at the casino. As long as you started with $50, you won that $50 back and put it in your pocket, and then you're using your other winnings and you spend more and more of that. In other words, let's just say you started with $50. Put in $50 if you gambled that, and you get $100. Take the $50 you initially invested back in your pocket. Then the other $50, do whatever the heck you want with it. And if you can increase that to $5,000, great. If you lose it, who cares? You didn't lose any money. Or better yet, if you gamble $50 and you win 100, put $60 in your pocket no matter what. Now you just got a 20% profit. And you take $40 and continue to gamble it and you win. The problem with gambling is people spend $50 and lose it. Then they take another $50 to try to win back the other $50, they lose that too. Now they got to gamble more money to get back the $100 before they know it, they've lost $5,000, $10,000. I will gamble sometimes. If I go to Las Vegas, I'll go play craps and maybe 20 blackjack. If I go on a cruise line, I did that twice with my mom, and we went down to the casino. But I'll go down with $50 and that's it. If I lose it, it's gone. And I don't continue. But the key to winning with the gambling stuff is play like $5. If you win 2 chips, you put 1 chip in your pocket and you put 1 chip back in your kitty. The whole idea is that every winning that you get, some of the money's going back in your pocket. So maybe even if you started with 50 and you leave with only 25, at least you only lost half of the money, and it's just $25 you lost. Not a big deal. Which is crazy is these people that go in with $5,000, money that they need for rent, money that they need for living expenses, and they use that. That's just crazy. And okay, let me look at the comments here on YouTube. And Jay says positive energy always succeeds. Peas, P-E-A-S, positive energy always succeeds. I like that. You need to eat your peas. Very clever. You got to eat your peas. Positive energy always succeeds. Sleepy Time says, seen a video of you singing on a stage somewhere. Yeah. It wasn't recently. Last time I sung on a stage was a long time ago. I can't even remember. What's up, Angel? How you doing? And Sleepy Time says, that's why I've never gambled. Yeah, I'll tell you this. The better thing to do is just take $10 a week and put it in the S&P 500. That will help you. You know, I was just doing some research and just realizing if you have like $1 million, if your mission is to get $1 million into the S&P 500, like every year, if I'm just assuming it's an 8% rate of return, that's going to kick off like, I wish I had a calculator. Oh, I do have a calculator. I've got this iPad. Let me just do this. If you can get $1 million, where's the heck is I don't know how to use this iPad. Get away. I used to be able to search for apps. There we go. Calculator. All right, so we'll do just a quick calculation here. 1 million. $1 million times 0.08. Look at that. That's $80,000. If the S&P 500 gains 8% per year, which on average it has. On average, it's probably been about 10%. But you could have an $80,000 a year salary from $1 million. So every year, the $1 million turns into $1,080,000. Sell $80,000 worth of the stock, and then next year it goes up to 80,000 again. You've got a pretty decent income just from investments. Let me see here. By the way, guys, thank you for TikTok following me. Thank you for subscribing here on YouTube. Big Garms said big arms. Did you play sports in high school? Thanks, Weston. I sort of played sports in high school. I was drafted to be a varsity wrestler in freshman year because I was tiny. I weighed like 98 pounds or 88 pounds, and there was no one else to compete. So it was virtually a undefeated season until the last meet of the year when some big 89 pounder came from the other team, and I went, oh my gosh, I have to actually compete, and I lost in about 20 seconds. I was on track and field. I did the 100-yard dash and the high jump. I was on the soccer team for 1 year, sophomore year, I think. It was horrible. It was terrible. I was on the ski team for 1 year. I'm a pretty decent skier. I think of all the teams that I was on, the track and field team and the ski team were the ones that I did best. I'm trying to think if I did any other sports. I think that's about it. Angel, you just left the hospital. Tell me, how did you do at the hospital? Are you doing all right? You know, my friend here my colleague, acquaintance / neighbor. He just had a colonoscopy, and then there was no big deal with it. But then when he came home, he was bleeding all into the toilet, and he called the emergency room. He went to the emergency room. And they had to do emergency surgery because turns out that the clip that they left in there tore an artery in his rectum. And thankfully, they found it in time and saved him. But that makes me a little scared about. I started to get a colonoscopy about 5-6 years ago, and they don't put you completely to sleep. It's just a dulling, a partial sleep. But apparently I was screaming so much, I was in such pain that they couldn't finish the colonoscopy. And the night before a colonoscopy, by the way, which if you don't know, that's a test of your colon to test for colon cancer, which everyone gets around 45 years old. You have to take this drink that forces all of everything out of your stomach and your colon, and it is miserable. And so now they have some tests that you can do where you do a stool sample and you send it off once a year, and they can do it, and apparently it catches like 95% of colon cancer. So I really don't want to do another colonoscopy, not only because of the pain I was in last time, but because of hearing this story about my friend. I don't know if any of you guys have had experiences with colonoscopies. Let's see, Mason C. What have we got, Mason C? It says that's what I was going to say. What are you talking about? What were you going to say? Thanks for liking, guys, on TikTok. Big Arm says it was fun wrestling guys your size because you would all squirm a lot. Angela, another epileptic seizure. I'm hoping that you are better. You're back home again, and I hope you're in better spirits and feeling better. Big Arm says it's called Cologuard, and he's saying it's not very accurate. He lost his brother to colon cancer last year. I am so sorry to hear about that. As you may have just known, I don't know if you've been watching my channel for a while, but I just lost my mom 2.5 months ago. 3 months ago, I guess. It's almost, I can't believe it's already been 3 months. Tell me about the Cologuard and why you don't find it helpful. All right, guys, we just did a little bit of the philosophy for about 10 minutes. We're going to go back to doing some fitness. I'm going to do some pull-ups. Let me put this right here. Okay. And we're going to do the pull-ups. There's the pull-up bar. And see, we got fitness, and then behind it, we got the philosophy. Lots of books and lots of fitness. All right, so let me turn this light on. All right, so I'm going to get started with the wide grips. And last time, I think my target was 12. I'm going to make my target 15 this time. And I'm going to do forward and back. So I'm going to be going this way and then this way. And here we go. I haven't done any of my nunchucks in forever. And I should probably start doing that again because I liked doing that when I was down in Florida. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo! I'm proud of myself doing that 15. All right. There's noise from work at a pizza place, says Sydney. What noise are you talking about? What noise are you talking about, Sydney? All right, let's see what comments we have here on YouTube. Thank you, Big Arms. Thanks, Colin. It says false positives are common. Interesting. I'm glad you're better, Angel. Colin, for you, says pull-ups are my favorite exercise. The reason I like pull-ups, any form of them, is it uses so many muscle groups. And if any of you wanted to do a exercise regimen, most people can't even do one pull-up. And I was one of those people when I was in middle school. I put a pull-up bar right here, right between here, the bedroom and the bathroom. And I'd walk by and be like, struggling to pull myself up. After a few months, before I knew it, I'm like, I said, oh my gosh, I just moved myself. Before I knew it, I could do 1. And then I kept doing, before I knew it, I could do 2, then 3, then just kept going more and more. You're going to do 100 reps, Jace? That's 100 reps of pull-ups. That's amazing. That's amazing. Big Arm says if you do a Cologuard test, insurance won't cover a colonoscopy. Interesting. Arjun says this guy's like Napoleon Dynamite. I don't know if that's a compliment or an insult, but whatever it is, you're watching me, so that's all that matters. And Big Arms would like to take me in a wrestling match. My knees and back, the way they are now, I have no desire to get down on the floor and wrestle with anybody. I think I could maybe hold my own if I had to, an emergency, but I don't want to do it for fun. Not anymore. Arctic Adjuster says they weren't proper pull-ups. Fully extend your arms. This is what I want to tell all of you. Doing exercise of any capacity, in any form, is better than not doing it all because people are criticizing your form. I don't care about my pull-up form. I don't care about my push-up form. They work. I have biceps, I have triceps, I have my chest here. I've got my abs. I'm not doing it to impress anybody. It doesn't matter. Maybe I'll work my muscles a little stronger if I do proper form, this or that, but I don't get worked up about it. I really don't. Colin has a bird wind chime. Thanks for liking and sub. Just squirm like the other girls did. Angel says, my brother is worried about me because he doesn't want to lose me. I don't want to lose you either. None of us want to lose you, Angel. Colin says, I work out a lot, but I definitely injured myself from improper form. Now, that's another story. If the improper form is going to cause me injury, that's one thing. But not fully extending on a pull-up, that's not going to cause me any injury. Do you have any more comments here on TikTok now? So, all right, so we'll do some other ones. Now we'll do the reverse. This is the bicep side. Again, let's shoot for 15 this time. Last time I think I did 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh. Oh, man. I got my book here. Developing Chinese Intermediate Reading Course 1. 中级阅读. I've actually already started it. This is my dog ear. I love Chinese. It's super cool. For those of you who don't know, I used to live in China, in Shanghai. And I think I'm going to go back there sometime in May or June for a week. I haven't been there since 2019. Can't believe it's been almost 7 years since I've been to China. It seems like yesterday that I was there. Time flies. I was in Iraq in 2005. It is unbelievable to think it's been more than 20 years since I was in Iraq. That's just crazy. That's just crazy, guys. Time goes by so quickly. Let me grab a drink of water. 1 second. You know, I have to say that little stretch that I did on the floor helped my back a lot. I forgot about that stretch. I'm going to keep doing that every day. I think it will help a great deal. All right, let me see if there are any more comments. Colin overdid it with the kettlebells. Colin says, that was nice form. I'm 48. Add some keg raises and dead hangs, then back will improve. What's a keg raise and a dead hang? Is this a dead hang? Just like this? Is that a dead hang? I want to know what you mean by dead hang. Leg raises. You mean leg raises where you pull them up like for your abs? Yeah, I've done those before. I can actually do some of those right now. We'll do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoa. Ooh. Put the knees at 90 degrees and hold it. But isn't that just doing my abs? Life, you know? Life is just one crazy thing that I have not in any way figured out. All right, I'm getting exhausted now, so I'm only going to try to do 10. These are the normal pull-ups with your palms away from your head. Let's do that. 1. Oh, 2. It's already killing me. 3, 4, 5. Maybe that's it. Oh. I'll give a break, and then we'll do the other 5. 6, 7, 8. I said 10, so I'm going to do 10. 9. Let me go back to the kitchen, do some stretching again. And again, I encourage all of you to do some exercise as well. When you're getting started, don't worry about how much you do. Don't worry too much about your form. Except for the fact that somebody pointed out, if you do bad form and it ends up injuring you, that's bad. But you don't have to worry about form just for maximizing muscle gain. First, I always say good now is better than perfect never, which applies to life and everything that you're doing. Good now is better than perfect never. Too many people give up on something or don't pursue something because they're embarrassed about their lack of form or their lack of perfection or whatever. Just do it, just like Nike says. The biggest revelation that I had with doing YouTube, and if you notice, you'll see some of my first videos are from 2006. That was before YouTube bought it, before Google bought YouTube. For years, I would be focused on quality, production value, and I would never do a video or do something unless I had a proper background and lighting was good and I had the proper costume and what's up, dancer? And and the dog would not interfere. But now, it took me a while, but look at what I do now. I'm in my apartment, my bicycle's in the background. Hold on, TikTok's trying to shut me down. I mean, the bicycle's there. I've got a refrigerator over here. This light over here. Good now is better than perfect never. Go doggy dancer. Let me give the dog some food. You hungry? The dog is hungry. Come here. There you go. So, what do I urge you to do? Think about all the things you're doing in your life and ask yourself, is perfect getting in the way of good enough? You don't need to get an A+ on every single exam in school. An A is fine. An A- is fine. A B+. B's get degrees. C's get degrees. Who cares if you come in second place rather than first place? You still have a silver medal. And I'm trying to think of just other examples of good enough is, oh, I'm creating my new website, but I don't want to launch it until it's perfect. Just launch it now and then fix the code later. Get it going. Oh, I want to start a business, but I don't want to start it until I know what you're not going to know what the marketing is and whether it's going to work until you actually launch it. So, good now is better than perfect never. Let me see thank you for sending a rose, Makoa. Thank you for that on TikTok. And what do we got here? Oh, we got a lot of comments here on YouTube. Let me check. Colin says, I think my problem was I didn't do enough mixture of things, but I did do those 2 exercises mentioned. Yeah, that is another thing. I mean, look, honestly, all I do, I'm not a bodybuilder. And my mission is not to be huge and impress people with my muscles. I just want to be in good shape. And the combination of exercises that I do, you notice I don't use any weights. Sometimes I have this kettlebell here. It's just a 20-pounder. You know, sometimes maybe I'll do some bicep curls. But in general, I mean, what do? Sit-ups, push-ups, and various types of pull-ups. And that's enough to build muscle, keep you looking firm. The key, though, is I have no body fat. Most people have more muscle than they think they do. The problem is all their fat covers it up. Here's a brainstorm. You guys all have biceps. You all have triceps. You all have abs. But you can't see the abs if your belly is covering it with belly fat. So if any of you have extra belly fat, you maybe do 60% of your time losing weight and only 40% building muscle. So, Jason, Mike says, piety, you're strong, have guests that struggle. Jace, what are you saying? The hold will stretch the lower lumbar. Do you mean the dead hang? Is that what you're talking about? I'd love to know what exactly you're talking about because I need to improve my lower back. And if I could improve my lower back, my life would feel a heck of a lot better because it's carrying all that body armor and all that weight and everything, plus the scoliosis, it didn't do well. Yeah, Jay, slow progress always beats no progress. As many of you know, I have a app on the App Store and Play Store called Break Diving. It's also on the web at breakdiving.io, breakdiving.io. The whole idea is don't wait for opportunities to float to the surface. Dive in and make your own big breaks in life. And first of all, I'd love you guys to come join. We're a global not-for-profit community of winners, people helping each other with their dreams, helping people with their investments, with living a better life. But regarding applying that to what Jay said, slow progress is better than no progress. I started this company in another form in 1999 or 2000. So over 26 years ago. And I am still trying to get it to become a big success. And it's come a long way. I mean, we finally released our mobile app last summer. And I think 2026 is the year that things are going to really start to grow, because we're getting close to finalizing a lot of the technical side of things. And now I'm switching into marketing mode. I enrolled in Jordan Belfort's Wolf of Wall Street sales training program. And I'm learning a lot about sales to become a better salesman. And even if we grow one person at a time, guess what? Slow progress is better than no progress. So a salute to Jason, his good advice. Colin worked without enough recovery time. Angel says, my brother installed a camera because of my health problems. If you all have a sister, brother, give them flowers while they're still alive. Angel gives good advice. Again, if you've got family members who you really care about and who care about you, make sure you let them know that you do indeed care about them. Body weight exercise is enough. I agree. Exercise bands. Interesting, Colin. I'll have to look into that. Athlean X's stretches for lower back pain. Colin, could you leave a comment on, let me see if I could find a pen. But also maybe if you wanted to leave a comment with that as well. I found a piece of paper. Let me just look what that says. Athlean X's stretches for lower back. But if you have the link and you could leave them in a comment or something, that would be super helpful. By the way, we got 16 likes here on YouTube. We got past 15, which is the bronze medal on the YouTube live stream Olympics. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You guys get the bronze medal along with me. And we got 452 likes on TikTok. Let's get to 1,000 so we can get to the bronze medal on TikTok as well. Double tap the screen. Please subscribe on YouTube and on TikTok. If you're wondering who I am, my name is Monroe Mann. I have an interesting background. I have a PhD in psychology, an MBA in finance, a master's in entrepreneurship, master's in commercial real estate transactions, an associate's in computer science, a bachelor's in international economics, a minor in French. I think I have another degree somewhere. I'm a PMP. I'm an Iraq War veteran, a two-time TEDx speaker. You can find my TEDx talks on YouTube. And I'm a lawyer and an entrepreneur, comedian, singer, motivator, all that jazz. So if you follow my channel, it's not just fitness, it's not just me talking, it's a whole bunch of stuff, and basically to help you feel better about your life, improve your outlook, and help you get through this terribly difficult thing called life. All right. Jace says, I'll go live shortly, try and pop in, show you some exercises. That sounds good, Jace. Let me say at Jace 6437. Cool. I have a client meeting at 11. It's 10:30 now, so I will certainly, if I get off with this before I start that, I'll check it out. If not, I'll definitely check out your channel. Would love to see what you do as well. Someone says I look like Kip from Napoleon Dynamite. How long do you live for? Jace, that's the strangest question ever. How long do you live for? I guess you live for as long as your heart is beating and your lungs are working. I don't think viewers can post links, but he's one of the most popular trainers on YouTube. Only moderators can drop links. No, I think, but I'm talking about if you leave a comment. I think when you leave comments, you can put a link. I'm not sure. I think so. I know that only moderators can post on here. Oh, how long are you on the stream live? Right now, I've been on for 70 minutes, which is That's about as long as I usually go for. I usually go for an hour. While I have you here, let me do that other back stretch again. I'll show you guys the one that I was doing that it's really helpful for your lower back. We'll do that again here. So what you do is you put your knees to one side and you put your knees to your right with your left hand, and ideally if you can grab something, I'm grabbing underneath the refrigerator and pulling down. Ooh. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to hold it for another 15 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, gosh, it's a good stretch. I forgot about it. I'm glad all you guys came today because I don't think I would have done this stretch if I hadn't found you guys here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hello, dancer. You good, doggy? You good, doggy? Okay. All right. I'm just going to do a few stretches of my biceps and triceps and all that, and then we're going to be done. Apparently, Jace is going to do a live stream. Jace6437. Apparently, he's going to do something with fitness. So if you want to check him out, or him or her, don't know if it's a guy or girl, that's at JASE6437. Maybe you will learn a little something else. Okay. Ooh. You know, some place I like are those assisted stretching places. Like one of them is called Stretch Zone. I think one is called Stretched. There's another one as well. But they're not bad. And I'm thinking maybe I should go and do one of those, go enroll in one of those programs. Because I think maybe they could stretch my back even more than I'm able to do on my own. So, because my back is feeling better already just having done those two stretches. For your, I think you guys can see me here. I'm gonna stretch my chest. You can put it up against the wall like this and just lean into it. 3, 4, 6. And then kind of bend your knee and come down. Oh, that really holds it. Ooh. You do the same thing the other way. If you're wondering why I'm using a piece of paper, it's because of the oils. If you hold the same place on a wall over and over and over again, it's going to become very dirty very quickly. 8, 5. Oh. This also does the your chest. Just link your hands behind your back. You have to fully extend your arms and then try to pull yourself up. You'll feel that on your triceps and also on your chest. Ooh. Oh man. Then this one, it's just for the tricep. You grab it and you pull it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 1. Ooh. 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 3, this one I have to kind of let down like this because I got a bad shoulder. All right, so we're about done for today. Funny, someone on TikTok, user 496 says, "You're a good boy. You're a good boy." Yes, I'm a very good boy. By the way, it's YOU''RE, not YOUR. You guys need to learn how to use proper grammar. All right, let me see here. We've got, someone says Peyton Manning. Wow. Someone says I look like Peyton Manning. And look at the last comments here on. Thanks, John Maxing, for the likes. Colin says, this is really cool. I needed this reminder to stretch out. That's the other thing, too. Don't forget to stretch. I mean, you see those bodybuilders, they walk around like this. It's because they don't spend any time doing any stretching whatsoever. It's important to do the stretches. And you feel so good after doing the stretches as well. All right. Set up for 20 minutes time. So what are you, Jace, when are you going live? Because I have, in 20 minutes, I've got my appointment with a client. So, but if you're going live between now and then, I could check you out. I hope I can find your, let me see, at Jace. Can I click on that? And doesn't let me, I hate that it doesn't let me visit your channel from here. Anyway, yeah, guys, have a great Saturday or Sunday, wherever you are, morning, noon, afternoon, or night. That's just a summary. Remember to do some fitness, do something. It makes you feel better. At the very minimum, go out for a walk, do 20 jumping jacks, or do 10 sit-ups or push-ups. At the most, maybe go for a long bike ride. Do a nice workout like I did here. And you will feel a little bit better. Not totally, but it'll improve your mood. And for this week in general, try to be more productive today, this week than you were last week. If you really put your mind to it, you will realize how lazy we all are. And you could do more this coming week than you have in this entire year if you just put your mind to it and stop wasting so much time. So on that note, I'm going to sign off to you guys on TikTok first. Thank you so much. Hope you'll follow me here and have a great afternoon. See you guys. And let's see. And on YouTube, we got 18 likes. Wait, can we get 2 more likes? If we got, by the way, wait a second. It was 10 likes was the bronze medal. 15 likes was the silver medal. We got to the silver medal. 20 likes is the gold medal on the YouTube live stream Olympics. So I think, well, no, I got 18. Yeah, I don't know why, Jace, they have that. It's always messed up where it's always like one lower for the host. You know that too. It's such it's such nonsense. All right, bye, Angel. Bye, Colin. Awesome, Jace. Yeah, start early, and I can tune in for a little bit. And oh, hey, you know what? 18 likes is not bad. Thank you, guys, all of you. Always a pleasure. Angel, have a great day. Let me say goodbye to everybody. Let's see who we've got. Jace is on here. Whatever dude is here. Angel's here. Colin's here. Who else? And Alal is here. And looks like those are the ones who are making the comments. So have an awesome day. Thanks for your support. And